Have you seen any interest whatsoever in the government, say the government of Kenya, in changing the culture of training, of the way the police relate with the citizens?
Yeah, I mean, I think what's sad is 5 months into COVID, for the Kenyan context, I think police, the police were rated at 30% in terms of trust and confidence by the public, and that's the lowest of all the agencies in the country. We've seen a 30% increase in gender-based violence, and many of those cases have happened during the time of curfew, and they've affected people who have no capacity or no confidence to reach out to the police for protection, if not until the next morning or not at all. So, with a rate of, I think it's 5% of the population actually report crimes to the police in the Kenyan context. So there's a real need to think about, what would reestablish trust and confidence in the police service. The police have announced a couple of measures as a result of some of the advocacy that human rights organizations have done, including Amnesty. We now hear that there is an e-learning module that includes rights-based approach to public order management. And this is a response to a 9-point set of policing guidelines that we released on April the 5th that essentially warned the Inspector General what would happen if he did not have a human rights-based and distance-conscious approach to policing during the curfew. So these are some of the measures that are underway. But I think the important thing is, it's not just about retraining. Sadly, we have a number of officers. We have a police service of about 150,000 people. And it's probably the case that, the violence that we see is really manifest by about 10,000 officers. But still, the problem is really that we are recruiting people who really have a mindset of us and them. And no amount of classroom or e-based training will remove that necessarily. What you need is stiff penalties for violating the law. You need swift interdictions or suspensions. And we need to make it very clear that anybody who does not want to work lawfully or compassionately, they must be dismissed and look for another profession to operate from.
All right.